Okay, battery is charged. This is a new charger, and I put the pigtail leads on to this battery as well, so that it can be charged without having to remove the battery from the bike. I'll talk a little bit about how they're connected in just a minute, because it's a real tight fit in that battery compartment. So just a quick recap. Obviously the battery goes in this cavity here. It's pretty tight. The battery that I got, the replacement battery, is exactly the same size as the original that came out, and there really isn't much room in there. So I have to be mindful of where I attach the leads when it goes into this hole here, because there isn't any room on the side or on the top. There's just a little bit here. You can see this cutaway here. Probably just get the leads through there for the negative side. The positive side is here, of course, and that comes outside of the battery. And then there's the fixing bracket there as well. So anyway, I'll grab the battery and show you how I've set everything up. It should be simple, but actually I found that it was a little tricky just to squeeze the battery in there with the cable and of course the battery tender pigtail attached. Okay, this is how the battery is going to be orientated when it goes back into the battery box under the seat here. And so on the negative side, I've got the cable itself, the earth cable, the earth strap that will come out. I've fixed it here on the outside of the terminal, and then I've bent over the tab for the connector, the charging connector here on the negative side. The positive side, I haven't set that up yet because there are other cables here that need to be incorporated into that, and then the bracket, of course. So anyway, I'll set the camera down and see how this is going to install into the battery box. Okay, here goes. So negative side going in. You'll see there's a lot going on here. The cable here itself and this, and that's a really tight orifice there. So I'm going to hold the battery like this, and then there's a stop rubber at the other end, and a little shelving bracket as well that the other side of this bracket fits on. So anyway, here we go. So just hold it there, about 45 degrees, and kind of push in. That's going in quite well actually, and I'm just going to be pretty gentle so I don't disturb any of the other cables. And I've reached a stop. I can tell I've hit a stop point. So that's the battery seated from the negative side. This cable here, this earthing strap, this needs to go on here at some point, and then I'm going to attach all the positive items. And here, this of course is my battery charging connector as well, which will come in very handy when the bike's just sitting idle for a while in a garage. Saves having to go through all this rigmarole and bring the battery back out of the housing just to charge it on, whether it's on a monthly basis or whatever. Plus it's a trickle charge, so we can leave it on all the time. For what it's worth, I've just written new on January 25th, 2016 on the battery, just in case, we fast forward 2-3 years from now and I want to know when this battery was actually bought. So on the positive side, excuse the pun, I have pushed the connector lead back into the housing there, and tighten this all up, knit this all up now. This little cap that goes over the terminal, there's actually a split on this side. So as I put this over now, I don't know, it doesn't look fantastic. There's probably too many cables for it to go under here, but it looks okay. So for the breather pipe here, all I did was pushed it over here, and then with a pair of needle nose pliers, I've just pushed it up so it just goes to the top here. I'll let that run down the side of the battery for now. There is actually a cutaway. I don't know if that's from the factory, but on both sides here. So what I'll do is I'll find the best route to take that pipe through one of these, probably this one here, and then I'll cable tie this somewhere probably under the frame of the bike. Certainly not near the exhaust, just in case there are any drops of battery acid, so try and get that away from the bike if it breathes through that pipe. So next I've taken a little bit of foam. This foam here I'm going to put behind the bracket, just in front of this, just to give it a little bit of padding and try and help with some of the vibration. This was the piece of old foam, I think I got some computer equipment or something like that with that. So just cut that down with a pair of scissors into a little square, and then this is going to go under here. Just check that shouldn't rub that writing off there, but anyway, it should just provide a little bit of a buffer as that strap goes back into the side casing here. Of course I'm going to attach this strap, so by the way I put a little cable tie round the bolt, the screw, just so that wouldn't fall out while it was just sitting on here while I was getting ready to do this job. And I haven't done anything with this cable here, this connector cable for the battery charger, so I have to figure out where that's going to go next. Okay, so that's everything fitted. That's the earth strap fitted with the other earth cables here, the negative cables to the sidewall here. This, I believe, is how it came. You know, I took some pictures before I took this apart, so you know, got a really nice earth there as well. Everything's tightened up. We've got a little sponge buffer here that holds this battery in place, so it's not going to shake around and cause damage. I've tucked the battery charger connector, little fuse unit back here, and it's pretty compact in there. I must say I'm glad I did this, because otherwise it would have been just a bit of a fussy, fiddly little job to take the battery out every time we needed to charge it. So that's it now. So now I just need to find a way. I may just coil it up, I'm not sure yet, but I'll give it a few scenarios and then figure out how that's going to look. But everything so far looks reasonably neat as I can get it for now. Haven't forgotten that I still need to do that tubing there, fastening that to the frame or something like that. So I'll be back in a minute. Actually, you know what, I just realised, before I start tightening everything down and fastening everything up, I should probably check that the electrics actually work. And so, moment of truth, here goes. So, ignition switch around here, of course, and let's just see how I can do this. Yay, great. So we've got a light switch on there. I'm assuming everything was running anyway before. So turn off, on, off, on. Good old Honda, hey? Let me just go to the tail light. Yeah, it looks like it's on. Yep, that's on. It's a little dim, but it's on. Try the brake. Is on this side on a Japanese motorcycle. Let me just try and press the brake. Oh yeah, there it is, right. That's the brake. Let me just see what else we've got. Oh, turn signals. There's a novelty. Okay, I don't know what I pressed there. Hang on. Oh, maybe because that was the horn. I should have read the instruction manual first. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, left turn signal works. You see, that's having quite an effect on that headlight, right? But the front one works anyway, and I can hear the relay. Just listen to that. But the rear one isn't working, and I suspect it's just a bulb. So I'll take that out and look at the bulb. My goodness, look how it's dimming that. Alright, and then I'll try the left-hand side in just a sec. Same story on the left. Nothing on the back. And working just fine on the front. The horn is not working. missing terminal. Hang on, let me just turn the electric off and fit that cable that was hanging off. That spade connector. Okay, electric on, ignition on I should say, and on. Simplest fix ever. Okay, so that's the horn working, and moving on. So we're trying the lights again now. Ignition on. Lights. Oh, I don't think I put it on. Huh. That's strange. There we are. Oh, there's something going on there. Ugh. Yeah, look at that. Dodgy switch or something. Or dodgy cable. Yeah. I don't know if that's the switch. Or... yeah, it's the switch, I think. It's wobbling a little. Yeah, it goes out. Yeah, see, that was, I never touched that and it came back on by itself. Okay, that should be on. That's the full beam, I think. Main beam. Yeah, I'm just touching that in half the switch. Sorry, this isn't a very good angle, but... okay, so to test the indicators, all I did was I just removed the front caps off the front and the back, and I've switched the bulbs because we knew that the front bulbs worked fine, right? So what I've found is by turning this on, and so the bulbs working fine here and working fine here. When we go to the back of this left-hand turn signal, nothing happening here, but when I'll turn the switch, this one is working. So maybe I didn't see it before. It was so dim. Remember, this is a 6-volt system, but I suspect we have a problem here. This was pretty badly bent actually when I got the bike, so there may be something going on in here. So it's within the circuit anyway, within the wires. So anyway, so that's at least isolated what I think is the cause of the problem. Anyway, so that will be one of the next jobs. Okay, so here's what I've done. I've taken this turn signal assembly apart. I was looking inside there just to see if there was a break in the wire here, and it looked fine actually. So just traced it back here, took the license plate, the number plate off here. I knew that this was fine. There's a cable, of course, that goes from here, behind this unit here, into here, and the same again on this side here. So there are little connectors in here. So knowing that this one was fine, I took the feed to this and plugged it into that unit, and it works. In other words, when I turn the left turn signal, this one lit up just fine, which tells me that the problem is in this cable, this wire, between here and here. So I suspect when this got damaged, there's a broken wire or broken filaments of this wire inside this tube as well, or actually probably inside the sheath of the cable. So I'm going to take that out. Yeah, you can't actually see that it is damaged. Just looking at it, the wire looks just fine. But so what I'll do is I'll just replace that wire. So just a little fun interlude. I don't know if you remember, but this was the plastic air filter cover that sits on the front of the bike, and it was damaged and cracked and painted over. and that piece in the middle had broken off and was actually still attached to the bike. Well, I got this really nice unit here for $10 with free shipping from Taiwan, and I think that's a really nice looking piece. I just got a nice chrome dome nut to sit in the middle. I got that from Ace Hardware just for a little bit, so a little bit of money, and then clean that all up. So that's looking nice. Have yet to decide what to do with the rest of the front leg shield, but yeah, I thought that came out really nice and a great price, and it's a very nice quality product. So just to prove the point, on this wire, I'm going to do a quick connectivity test. So this one here on the right over here, this is a brand new wire, and if I just tap that, just need to tap it, and it's very nice clean sound. But here on the left, this is the one that came off the unit. If I touch that bullet, it's just kind of scratchy, you know. There's definitely something there. It's reading, well, you get the idea, don't you? In other words, I'm just trying to prove that I think I do need to do this before I have to try and get to there. Well, that's getting right in there. Maybe it's the crimping or something. I may play around with these connectors before I have to try and start taking everything apart. So what I've done is I've taken both ends of this wire and I've soldered both ends to make them a little bit of a firmer, tighter connection. They were crimped before, and what I'm finding now is the connection seems a lot stronger as I do a connectivity test. Doesn't seem quite as crackly as it was before. I'm going to give it a shot, see if this works. A little bit there. We'll see. I'll go and try that back on the bike. If not, I'll make up a new wire. But we'll give it a go, and hope for the best. So I've hooked everything up again, just temporarily, and the wire, of course, that goes through the tube. I just want to see if it's going to work first of all before I start reassembling this whole thing. So bullets reconnected on both sides, and remember at both ends of the wire I had filled them full of solder after crimping them up a little bit. So the mechanisms together, the fixing and grounding screw is fitted here, that's nice and snug, and so this is the moment of truth. Turn the electrics on and turn signal. Yay, excellent, excellent. So I think that's great for now. I'll try it occasionally. Let me just try the other side. Yeah, I'll keep trying it from time to time just to make sure that it's a solid connection. If not, I'll make up a new wire. But I think that's it for the turn signals. Next job will be to look at this switch unit here, see what's going on there. That's a nice little touch, by the way. Newfangled electrics as of the 80s. I'm not used to any electrics on my bikes usually. So anyway, I'll be back in touch again soon. Cheers.